Arsenal can sell 3 stars to fund Rodrygo transfer after Real Madrid demand £86 million. Arsenal could be forced to spend more than £80 million to secure the services of Real Madrid forward Rodrygo this summer. The Gunners are on the hunt for attacking talent after faltering in front of goal at times last season. Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta has already bolstered his squad with the additions of Martin Zubimendi, Kepa Arrizabalaga and Christian Norgard this summer. The North London Giants are also said to be in advanced talks to sign Victor Gyökeres, although the deal is taking longer than some had expected. Rodrygo is also being linked with a move to the Emirates Stadium after falling out of favour at Real Madrid. UOL Esport have reported that Real will demand £86 million in exchange for the Brazilian, however. And Express Sport takes a look at 3 players Arteta could sell to fund a move for Rodrygo. Gabriel Martinelli has been a key player in the Arsenal attack in recent seasons but only managed to bag 1-0 goals and 6 assists in all competitions last season. According to The Athletic, the Gunners value Martinelli at more than £50 million, with Bayern Munich said to be discussing a move for the 24-year-old last month. Saudi Pro League club Al Nassr are now reportedly considering a £73 million transfer for Martinelli, but if the player is reluctant to move the Middle East, Arsenal may have to be more realistic with their transfer demands. Leandro Trossard may find himself dropping down the pecking order if he stays at the Emirates. The 30-year-old winger joined the Gunners from Brighton at the start of 2023 and has just 1 year remaining on his current deal. Arsenal would consider selling the Belgium international for around £17 million, according to Sky Sports in Switzerland, with transfer chief Andrea Berta keen to attract new profiles in attack. Trossard is also said to be attracting interest from the Saudi Pro League and has joined forces with a new agent. So he could be on his way out the door this summer. Oleksandr Zinchenko. Arsenal could also cash in on Oleksandr Zinchenko, 3 years after he arrived at the club from Manchester City. Zinchenko is no longer a regular starter in North London and is said to be in talks to join AC Milan for £17 million this summer, and if Arsenal can sell all 3 players for around the transfer fees outlined, they will just about have enough cash to fund the purchase of Rodrygo. Tony Kroos gives his tactical analysis on Real Madrid's issues. Tony Kroos may have hung up his boots after a legendary career and has been sorely missed in the process, but he remains engaged with the evolution of Real Madrid. Speaking on the latest episode of Einfach mal Lupen, the podcast he co-hosts with his brother Felix Kroos, the German offered detailed thoughts on where the club needs to improve, his belief in Xabi Alonso, and his admiration for Arda Güler. What Real Madrid is missing. To get back to the top, the most important thing in my opinion is focus, a system, and how that new system would work and be implemented. And from that, you can measure which player is missing, depending on the type of football you want to play. Defensive disorganization and its ripple effects. It helps the team a lot to have the feeling that you're defending together. You have more energy when you win the ball back. Otherwise, you're constantly running in behind, or you feel like you can't press because they're always beating you, and you also feel like you can't retreat because you're not used to it. And that's where we suffered the most last season, and that's why our play on the ball also looked so poor. Belief in Xabi Alonso. That's what I trust Xabi to do, that he will convey a clear idea. It's all about dominance, and if they defend better, they'll achieve it on the other end too. Arda Güler's rise. Finally, Kroos praised Arda Güler, a player who has impressed despite limited opportunities. He brings a lot of football to the game, let's say. He was already ready football-wise last season, but he's also taken a step forward physically. Kroos advocated for Güler's inclusion in the team, even if he occasionally struggles defensively. If you have a player like that, who can play like an number 10 between the lines, then I'm in favor of turning a blind eye if he loses a duel. The important thing is that he has his task clearly defined and participates in the defensive effort. Official Victor Munoz leaves Real Madrid to join Osasuna with the Club World Cup now in the rear-view mirror. Real Madrid has begun reshaping its squads across all levels of the club. One of the first official moves is the departure of Castilla standout Victor Munoz, who has signed for CA Osasuna. Real Madrid confirmed the deal in an official statement. Real Madrid C, F, and C, A. Osasuna have reached an agreement for the transfer of our player Victor Munoz. Munoz, 21, was one of the most consistent performers for Raúl's Castilla side over the past 2 seasons. He joined La Fábrica in 2021 at the age of 18, progressing through the ranks via Juvenil A and RSC International before becoming a key part of the Castilla midfield. He made his senior team debut in May 2025, a reward for his steady development and standout performances in the Primera Federation. Osasuna had been targeting reinforcements after failing to finalize a deal for Gonzalo Garcia, and ultimately pivoted to Victor Munoz, whose reputation had grown following interest from several La Liga clubs. The project in Pamplona proved the most compelling for the young winger, and he now embarks on the next chapter of his career in the top flight. As is common practice with Real Madrid's outgoing academy talents, the club has retained a percentage of Munoz's rights, ensuring they can benefit from any future transfer or potentially bring him back if he reaches his projected potential. The club remains optimistic about his future and will be closely monitoring his progress. The club thanks him for his work, dedication, and commitment, and wishes him and his family the best of luck in this new stage of his life. The statement concluded. Ousmane Dembélé clear favorite for Ballon d'Or. Gareth Bale believes Paris Saint-Germain star Ousmane Dembélé is the front-runner for this season's Ballon d'Or award by some way. Quote, Dembélé and PSG face Chelsea in the FIFA Club World Cup final on Sunday as they look to cap off a remarkable campaign with another trophy. The French side won Ligue 1 and finally clinched their first Champions League title in emphatic fashion with a 5-0 thrashing of Inter Milan in Munich in May. Dembélé has been instrumental to their recent success, with 35 goals and 16 assists in 53 matches this term. Former Real Madrid, Tottenham and Wales star Bale said he thinks the 28-year-old is the favorite to be crowned the world's best men's player. Yeah, I think so. I think you also have to look what the teams have won, Bale told ESPN. I think everyone obviously talks about individuals, but I think if you are winning those trophies as well, you're winning the Champions League. Obviously they've won the domestic treble. If they win again he Club World Cup, it's hard to see anyone else from the season he's had, and he's transformed them into trophies as well as the season he's had. It does make him the front runner by some way in my opinion. PSG also collected the Coupe de France and the Trophée des Champions this season. Should they win the Club World Cup, Luis Enrique's side will complete the campaign, winning every trophy on offer. Disney Plus will be the home of the UEFA Women's Champions League in Europe from next season after securing rights to the competition for the next 5 years. The deal will see Disney Plus become the only place football fans can watch all 75 matches live each season, starting this year from the opening game of the new league format in October to the final in Oslo in May 2026. ESPN, the Walt Disney Company's multi-platform sports brand, will produce all live matches for Disney Plus, with commentary offered in multiple languages alongside pre- and post-game programming. The UEFA Women's Champions League is the very best in football performance, dedication and passion. Bringing this incredible tournament to our customers speaks to our commitment of delivering a huge range of bold and dynamic entertainment, Disney Plus EMEA General Manager Carl Holmes said. As women's football continues to grow with audiences worldwide, we're proud to offer the thrill and excitement of every single match to Disney Plus customers across Europe, at no extra cost. Guy Laurent Epstein, co-managing director, UC3, said, the UEFA Women's Champions League has seen exceptional growth in recent years, with record-breaking attendance, rising standards, and increasing global interest. These new broadcast deals not only reflect this but are important milestones in the continued development of women's football in Europe, underscoring its growing importance and appeal to fans worldwide. Quote, Disney Plus will be the home of the UEFA Women's Champions League across Europe from next season and the only place fans can watch all live matches in the competition. Visit the Disney Plus website to get access. Florentino Perez is very much a revered figure at Real Madrid, but it's safe to say that he has a better relationship with some players compared to others. Luka Modric is one that falls into the former category, and he himself has acknowledged this. Modric reveals his close bond with Florentino Perez. Modric played his last game for Real Madrid in the 4-0 defeat to Paris Saint-Germain in the Club World Cup earlier this week, and after that match, he spoke to the club's official media channels to reflect on his time at the Santiago Bernabeu. And during this interview, via Marca, he spoke on his relationship with Perez. The president has been very important to me, first because he brought me here. From that moment on he has always shown me a special affection, he has always treated me very well. Now I can say it, he has treated me differently, he had a very special affection for me. And I think he has shown it in my last game, because I had never seen the president cry. Modric has already settled on his next club. Modric's Real Madrid contract will officially expire when the Club World Cup concludes this weekend, but despite being 39 years of age, his time at the top level of football is not coming to an end yet. In the coming weeks, he will join Milan, with this transfer having all but confirmed by the Rossoneri. It will be interesting to see how Modric gets on in Italy, where he will hope to play regularly ahead of captaining Croatia at next summer's World Cup. It would be no surprise to see those associated with Real Madrid keeping tabs on him, and this would be the case for Perez too. Novak Djokovic confirms retirement decision after Wimbledon demolition versus Jannik Sinner. Novak Djokovic says Friday's thrashing at the hands of Jannik Sinner will not be his last match on center court. The 24-time Grand Slam winner was taken apart by Sinner in a straight sets beating which was over in less than 2 hours. Djokovic looked dejected at times during the match, and at 38 years old, many are wondering whether repeated defeats to Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz have pushed him closer to retirement. But Djokovic cleared up any uncertainty in that department during his post-match press conference, saying, I would be sad if it was my last, but hopefully it's not my last match on center court. I'm not planning to finish my Wimbledon career today. I'm planning to come back, definitely, at least one more time. Djokovic suffered an awkward fall towards the end of his quarterfinal win over Flavio Cobolli, and the after effects seemed to be bothering him against a younger, quicker and more powerful Erful Sinner, the seven-time Wimbledon champion, found himself 2 sets down after an hour's play, and although there were hints of a resurgence when he went up 3-0 in the third set, Sinner then went on a run to clinch the match 6-3, 6-3, 6-4. Djokovic has now lost his last 5 consecutive matches against Sinner. Rafael Nadal is the only other player to match that run, managing 5 in a row between the Beijing Olympics in 2008 and the Madrid Open in 2009. Djokovic has also lost successive Wimbledon finals against Alcaraz, in 5 sets 2 years ago and in straights last year. This time round he won't even get the chance to avenge those defeats as he makes way for the 2 youngsters to take center stage. I didn't live up to expectations, Real Madrid star sends message to fans after CWC exit. Real Madrid star Raúl Asensio has on Friday sent a message the way of the club's fanbase, making clear his disappointment with the nature of his recent performances. Defender Asensio of course played a leading role for Real Madrid at the Club World Cup this summer. En route to the club's exit from the competition at the semi-final stage, the 22-year-old featured in 4 of Los Blancos' 6 fixtures. After an impressive breakout campaign in Spain's capital in 2024-25, however, Asensio's performances in the USA left a lot to be desired. The youngster was responsible for several high-profile mistakes over the course of the tournament, one of which culminated in a straight red card in a group stag meeting with Pachuca, and as alluded to above, Asensio himself is evidently very much aware of the fact that he was somewhat below par at the Club World Cup. Taking to his official Instagram account on Friday, the stopper unveiled a heartfelt post, admitting along the way, "I feel I didn't live up to my expectations. Arsenal can sell 3 stars to fund Rodrygo transfer after Real Madrid demand £86 million. Arsenal could be forced to spend more than £80 million to secure the services of Real Madrid forward Rodrygo this summer. The Gunners are on the hunt for attacking talent after faltering in front of goal at times last season. Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta has already bolstered his squad with the additions of Martin Zubimendi, Kepa Arrizabalaga and Christian Norgard this summer. The North London Giants are also said to be in advanced talks to sign Victor Gyökeres, although the deal is taking longer than some had expected. Rodrygo is also being linked with a move to the Emirates Stadium after falling out of favor at Real Madrid. UOL Esport have reported that Real will demand £86 million in exchange for the Brazilian, however. And Express Sport takes a look at 3 players Arteta could sell to fund a move for Rodrygo. Gabriel Martinelli has been a key player in the Arsenal attack in recent seasons but only managed to bag 10 goals and 6 assists in all competitions last season. And the Brazil international could head through the Emirates Stadium exit door ahead of the new campaign. According to The Athletic, the Gunners value Martinelli at more than £50 million, with Bayern Munich said to be discussing a move for the 24-year-old last month. Saudi Pro League club Al Nassr are now reportedly considering a £73 million transfer for Martinelli, but if the player is reluctant to move the Middle East, Arsenal may have to be more realistic with their transfer demands.